Hello everyone, this is Tribecast episode 58 and my name is Marina. Today our guest is Kirsi Rossi from Random Portion and we're gonna talk about computer games. Hello Kirsi, thank you for having time for this interview. Could you please introduce yourself to our listeners?
So my name is Kirsi and I'm CEO of Random Portion. Random Portion is a PC and console games studio, and we are working in Tampere, in the same building with Tribe, on a 5th floor nowadays. And about myself, so CEO, and I'm also doing business development and project management. And about my background, I've been working in a business before, but in different industries, and now I have been bit over 3 years in games industry.
So I'm an idiot. I know about games as little as it's only possible, so I'm going to ask probably stupid questions. What does Random Portion actually do? Is it console games?
The first game that we launched just a few days ago, it's now for the PC, but hopefully it will be released later for the consoles, so for PlayStation, Xbox, and so on. But also the new concepts that we have, we quite often keep in mind that they are suitable for different platforms, so that they are suitable for PC, suitable for different consoles, so that they can be sold in different, in several different platforms. And because the development, it takes time, so it's I think it's more wiser to have games that you can publish in different platforms instead of only one. Of course, mobile is quite much different because the monetization model, that free-to-play model, is so different compared to the games that we do. So we do premium games, and it means that every time when you want to play our game, there is some price tag there. But then you don't need to watch ads, or you don't need to worry that the game will stop while you are playing because you need to pay something. So that's the difference. I was about to say something about our games, I think, So the games that we do, our slogan is games to tell stories about. So we want to make story-driven games. And also RPGs are games that are a genre that is close to our heart. And the first title that is out now, it's an RPG game.
Do you play games yourself?
I do, but to be really honest, I don't have much time. I try to play every now and then, but compared to, for example, our devs, I think they play way more than me. So I would love to play more.
How did you end up in the game industry?
It's quite a long story maybe, but I have many friends who are still working and who are working with games, and quite many years ago I heard when they were talking about their work, and it sounded really interesting to me, and I remember that I asked sometimes that, hey, what would be a way to get into the industry? The tricky thing is that because I have a business background and many studios are quite small. So they are, and quite often the people who are running the business are founders. So there were not that many positions open there yet. Nowadays, maybe there are more people who are taking care of the community and customer service and so on. And studios they are nowadays maybe bigger here in Finland or are. But then it was tricky because I don't have a programmer background. I don't have an artist background, which is quite a common way to get into the industry. So I was working in a different companies, but not related to the games. But then a friend of mine, they founded a company, and then later on they asked that, hey, actually, would you like to join in and take care of all of the business and that kind of business related things, so that they can focus more of game development. It was around the time that I was graduating from the master's degree. I was just doing my final thesis, and I was overall thinking about applying at jobs. And I thought that, okay, that's a really good timing, that now I'm anyway looking for a new job. And I still was a student, so I was used to that kind of student life again, that you don't have that much money always available, and I didn't have a high salaries and things like that, because when you join to a new company, sometimes you can't expect that. So it was easy move for me to give it a go and see what's going to happen. So that's pretty much my story.
So if you're not a coder but you have the interest and maybe you have the right friends, you can join the industry if you have the interest towards games.
Well, yeah, that's something I would say, and I definitely encourage people that if when you are joining to an industry that you don't know, be really active yourself and ask help, ask people to talk with you and comment some of the materials you have, and because people were really friendly. I think the games industry or the community here in Finland, people are really really open-minded and friendly. They are willing to help. And many times I contacted to different people and said that, hey, can we just have a talk and can I ask you some questions? What's your opinion of this or of that? And it was really nice, so that people sort of helped me out.
By the way, what does the name Random Potion means?
Oh, well, that name comes actually from the time when I was not in a company yet, but it's all about with RPGs, I think, because in RPGs there are healing potions and magic potions and stuff like that.
Are you guys partnering with the newly born Game Hub?
Well, we have been really open-minded to join all kind of activities that there are. We have been quite busy lately. So we haven't been now that active, but I think so, yeah. And I think our company, yeah, it's there already, and in a Tampere Game Hub website, and yeah. So yes, I think we are always open for any kind of activities.
And since you mentioned it, how can game companies help each other?
Yeah, I think absolutely. Like for example, we have every now and then we might have that kind of things that are there. Some company, for example, asking that, hey, we have a project going on. We would need another programmer or another artist there. That, hey, what's your situation at the moment? Of course, depending on the situation, it might be that I say that, hey, yeah, of course, let's talk more. If we can do some collaboration, that kind of things are there, and then that kind of that you can. Maybe ask that, hey, well, we have this kind of a project, and do you know, for example, this technology there that we are planning to use, or that kind of. I think all kind of communication is going on, and like in IGDA events, well, there are lots of developers and people who are working in a games industry. People are talking a lot and sharing knowledge, and of course you have that kind of a business related secrets and stuff that you can't share, but you can share your experiences. Yeah, like I said, on the technology or platforms or different genres, or you can have you can assume that that's gonna be the next big thing, or that kind of a talk.
Also, there is a stereotype that in a game company, everybody should look, right, like blue hair, piercing, and at least 3 tattoos. Otherwise, you're not accepted to work there.
No way. No, I have to say that I was thinking our company. I think nobody has tattoos, or if they have, I haven't seen them. I mean that it's okay if they. It's not a no thing, but I mean I know what your friend means, that people are really colorful or personal looking, kind of. How can you say it in English? People look really like unique sort of way many times, but still there are lots of people who are like really like not that kind of having colorful hair and stuff. So I think it all depends on a person.
All right, I guess it's a good time to tell more about your recent launch now.
Like I said, it's Buchi, and it's a multiplayer co-op game, and you can play it in groups of maximum group of 4, but you can also play it solo, and then you can hire the AI-driven henchman. And it consists of smaller stories or smaller adventures that are forming a longer story. But the idea is that you can just easily schedule it with your friends. That, hey, tonight we have a time, for example, 1 hour. You know that the stories are short; they take approximately 20 to 30 minutes. So you know that, okay, we have 1 hour time. We can play together. Maybe if you want to continue and you don't have friends around, you can play some adventures solo. And then some other time you can continue again with the same group or different group. And it's a fantasy setting. We have a German tabletop RPG called The Dark Eye, a license behind the game.
Out of curiosity, how long does it take to create a game?
Our case is quite, quite. Well, I think all the cases are sort of unique ones, but we started to do that game concept already when the company was founded in 2017. We had a first demo ready. It took a bit over half a year. Well, I think you could be faster, but well, that was our first game. And we went to the different game events where we showed it to publishers and different, mostly publishers. And then we continued until the December when the vertical slice was ready. And then we thought that, okay, now we're going to have a break and let's see what's the feedback of the game. And so basically 2018 we didn't do that much for it, but some development still. And then on 2019 we started this project with a publisher, and we developed it a bit over a year. But it's really difficult to sort of estimate how long does it take because we need to replace quite a lot of things there when we got that IP, and also like there was lots of work that we could use some old things there, but still like also there was lots of things that we need to remake or redevelop. So really difficult really to answer that one when it comes to this game. But overall, I think PC games they are slower to develop than compared to the mobile, where the idea is more to have a concept quickly ready and put it outside and see how it goes. But of course, we want to also have more that kind of a faster approach in our next concept, so that it won't take that long time to see that if there is an interest for the concept.
And if our listeners got interested, where can they find the game?
The game is available on Steam, so it can be found there. And we have for example, in our social media pages, in Facebook, Twitter, there are links to the Steam. It's a shame that we don't have any like a free trials or that kind of things, at least at the moment for the game. So the game is, like I said, it's a premium game, so it's on a Steam, but it's not free, so it costs something. But at least there are videos and gameplay videos on YouTube and also on our Facebook and Twitter, so to get the idea of the game.
By the way, we never said the name.
The game, it's the Dark Eye Book of Heroes.
Okay, then congratulations on the release of the game, and thank you very much for this interview and have a nice weekend. This was Tribecast episode 58 and my name is Marina. Thank you very much for listening to this episode and have a nice weekend. Stay safe and stay warm and tuned.